Let's cue up some action. Welcome back to Writer's Theory. I'm James Winterthorn, and this is day 39 of my novel writing project. Yesterday, I got back on track. I have an idea of where I want my main character to go and how I'm going to boost the excitement level in the story, put a little more at risk, and just have a little more action, have it be a little more engaging. This is a Western, and I am following an outlaw motif with it. And so there's going to be some of these elements of danger and fighting amongst some of the characters. And so we're going to start boosting the action now and cue that up and really get into that in the next writing session or two. So let's see how well I get to that today for day 39. So I had them going into rougher terrain in the last session and wanted to make that a priority here and kind of keep that momentum moving forward. And so here I am having them lay out a plan. The funny thing is, like, I don't entirely know what their plan is myself. I'm just writing it and kind of seeing what happens, which is fun and entertaining at the same level for me as I'm writing it. I don't necessarily need everything to be so planned out, and I can just make things happen in the moment. And if I need to go back and adjust some things, I can certainly do that. But here I'm queuing up what's going to happen. So they're doing a little bit of a plan here, and we're just gonna roll with it and see how it goes. So here, real focus on the descriptions and the dialogue between the characters here. So they're getting an update to these pursuers that are following him. And I'm not necessarily trying to trick the reader by leaving things out about what the plan is. The truth is here, like, I just didn't know myself. So I knew that they were going to separate and kind of set a trap. And that's my plan here. So that was the first part of day 39, and really just setting it up. Like I said, like I'm like setting the trap, and queuing this up so there's going to be more intense action to come, because I don't want to jump right into action. It still needs to be primed. That way, it's not too much of a shock. And therefore not believable. So my big push here is just to describe what I'm doing, have the plan be cleared through their dialogue, and once that's all set, then I will transition into action writing and focusing on beats and mini goals. So, well, let's see how the rest of day 39 goes. My intent here was to make this look and feel like they were setting up camp in the middle of this canyon. But I think we can all appreciate that lighting a fire when you're being pursued at night is probably a bad idea. So we know there's something else happening here. And so he's setting it up, like he's going about his business like he's going, to have camp for the night. And I guess he kind of is on some level as he waits for these people to show up. And then here we go. So now I'm working more in like describing the actions of the characters and describing what they look like and how they're behaving. So I wanted this moment to just be tense and be just ominous. And then this is where I was like, okay, I'm just going to do some stuff. I'm going to make some action happen. So this is the point at which that starts happening. And I don't know how realistic it is, like what happened here. And they're in a canyon. There is loose soil above them potentially, and I wanted that to come down and be part of the story, the environment. And here, that beginning of that action sequence is this moment that I've been building toward. So glad to be here, and the sessions after this can only be more exciting because it's only just begun with this last portion of day 39. So with that, let's do today's line of the day. As the sun rose, the soil beneath them and off in the distance took on a red tone, making it look painted in blood by a terrible and vengeful god. And so I like this line because it describes the setting in a way that is both ominous and foreshadowing of what's to come. It's a little on the lengthy side, like this is something that could be cleaned up pretty easily. So if anything, it is a little superfluous. But I like the line. I like where it's going and its intent. Even if it does need to be cleaned up a little bit. So that's day 39. This went well. I'm very much looking forward to how this sequence is going to go and what it's going to mean for the rest of the story. So if you would like to see that, please like and subscribe so we can go over my writing session tomorrow. So with that, let's find the line of the day for day 39. Let's find it. Come on, let's find it. I mean, this is a Western, and you have to expect some kind of Western elements in terms of how characters talk to each other and do such things.